Hey everybody, Mcnolty here, coming at you today with a little bit of a different video. This is going to be a post-game replay style commentary. A little bit of a different theme, mostly because this is a pretty awesome game, but I just didn't happen to be recording it at the time. I know it's an ARAM, so take it for what it is, but this is a pretty shining example of the kind of gameplay you could hope to expect. I don't know. I'm playing today with actually a 5-man pre-made, but none of them are level 30. Or, well, one of them is level 30. The rest are relatively new to the game, relatively inexperienced. Playing against a team of, I think some people aren't level 30, but for the most part, they were. Anyway, we'll get right into it. Playing as Twitch with hopes that I don't get completely destroyed by this Pantheon. Fortunately, for the people on the enemy team, he's one of the ones that I don't think is really all that experienced, or he would have just stunned me every time. Not the cleanest start to the game. 0-1-0, no CS. Quality play. That's what we all come to see. But we improve a little bit on from there. I blew my flash and stuff too, which is pretty unfortunate. However, Jinx is on increasingly lower HP, so at least that's a plus. In the live variant of this game, I was trying to teach all my teammates how to play their champions too, which is even more funny. So you'll see them use some really weird ults here and there, some really weird, just inexperienced play. That's all I can say. I keep going stealth here. I was trying to BM for the most part. I like to sneak up and just trade a single auto, even though for the most part it isn't worth the mana that it costs to stealth. But here's an example of that Pantheon just not paying attention. However, like I said, it wouldn't be a game if it wasn't a great start. 0-2. This Darius early on, mixed with the Alistar, just destroyed me. We will, there's actually a skin boost purchased in this game, so, I managed to get Gangster Twitch, the only Twitch skin that I don't have, besides Medieval Twitch, which, is one of these unicorn skins that you always wish you had. Trying to think of some random funny things to say for this. I guess, masteries I'm running are 18-12-0 with Fervor Battle. Runes are flat AD, attack speed, the kind of standard stuff, so there's really not a whole lot to say on that regard. The Fervor Battle, though, does some serious work later on in the game. Try and get in here and secure that Jhin kill. The Jhin is going to be the major driving force of this game. He's their highest level player and most capable. There's one of those interesting uses of abilities I was talking about. But, you know, when you see a bunch of rockets and stuff coming at you, what else do? You gotta flash, right? Flash saves lives. An equally bad teleport from the Darius, but Jinx just barely getting away with like sub 50 HP or so every time. Whoops, missed the camera. Here's another one. This use of ult, just to heal. Not ideal, but I mean whatever. At least he's pressing the buttons. I managed to get ignored for the most part, so I can get in here and actually do some serious damage. At least early on. They wisen up to my tactics of just walking up to them pretty quickly. But regardless. Also, as not a Twitch main, I'm not entirely sure if the build I end up with later on is the most ideal for the current situation. I know some people really like the like Yomu's Bork style assassin-y Twitch, which I don't play with that often. I maybe in normals, but in this game type, the assassination potential isn't really all that there. Janna walks in, ults, takes all her health anyway. But Kindred secures the kill on that Jinx that's finally been bleeding out for the past half hour. A really questionable ult for Pantheon. I know you might people wondering like, why would you upload this? This is just sad on everybody's part. Like, you're playing pretty bad, everybody's just bad, but the later on is what makes it worth it. I can assure you, if you make it to the end of this video, plays are made. Maximum marksman Jin, just killing my whole team. Which, like I said, there's a skin boost purchase, so my teammates don't actually know how to play their champions. They just happen to have skins for them, so it's not really that big a deal. And also, they're new to ARAM, but for being new, it's a nice introductory game type for PvP for people that are, you know, almost exclusively bot game players. Poor Heimerdinger just gets taken down by the Jinx slow. But here comes the real Twitch ult damage. If only Alistar weren't so tanky. There we go, we're starting to stick to him a decent bit, but then turn around and everybody just gets deleted again for overextending. I flashed there because I was pretty sure Pantheon was going to stun me, but I mean, who knows. In the end, I guess it turns out not to be worth it. But you got a YOLO in ARAM, so absolutely take the snowball. It's always worth. And that actually sets me up to be a decent bit stronger and help start at least somewhat of the snowball. Not that this is a snowballing game, mind you, but genuine disrespect for the Heimerdinger turrets leads to both of those dudes almost dying. I finally told him how to use his ult right there. He thought it was, I don't know what he thought it did. He just would press R and then thought his brain was all sparky, and then that would be the end of it. Anyway, good kill secure by the Heimerdinger, the Dong. These gen traps are super annoying, and also he ends up with a shit, I can't remember the item's name. Lightbringer to spot me through stealth later on, so that's definitely a huge pain. Another big team fight erupts, and this is, I mean, obviously, Twitch is a hugely strong team fighting AD carry. This Alistar just overcommits, stuns, dies. I mean, you know. Really not sure why the Pantheon didn't insist on stunning me all the time. I mean, I know he loses vision occasionally, but... I keep trying to tell Janna to make sure her ult sticks to me, or her shield sticks to me. That way we can... Also, another great Pantheon ult. Try to make her shield stick to me. That way, maximum damage can come out. But she also didn't realize she could shield the towers too, so that's also a pretty big help later on. This game is decently close right now. There's only a 100 gold difference. And it stays that way to the end. It is Jinx traps picking people off. Anyway, I hope you guys like this style of video as compared to the normal stream highlight kind of gameplay videos. This honestly would have been one of those. I just am an idiot and wasn't recording at the time. So. Gotta have to do it the old-fashioned way. I get questionably ignited, but holy, very butthole puckering amount of damage done. I hear those auto cancels coming out from Jinx. And Heimer, no fear, taking out the gen trap. The real hero. However, all is not well, as we just get dove and deleted, as is to be expected. I will say the enemy team does play a fair bit bad, but one of the main things that hampers them is this Alistar build later on. Also, this is, for once, an excellent use of Kindred ult. Very, very good bait on that Pantheon to get him to basically kill himself right there. But, all for naught. It has maximum marksman Jhin. Also, teammates thought that the Lotus traps of Jhin's were our own. A very interesting channel. And then the traps. Yeah, they thought those Jhin traps were our own. That's why they kept walking into them. They thought there was no threat to them, which is a little unfortunate. Around this point of the game, I feel not that the game is over. You know, it's never over until they've taken your Nexus, but that it is starting to get kind of grim. The Jhin is huge, and obviously my teammates don't really know a whole lot about tanking, so he should be able to just tear right through us. Not that they could tank; they're all heavily squishy targets. But Pantheon dropping the disrespect, doesn't understand, I guess, that we're 280 carries, and then the Darius dies. I don't know, dives, not and dies. So. Coming in for the big deeps. Try and stay on all those dudes. But we managed to push him back. The Kindred and I play decently well together in terms of like following up and like sticking to the damage and stuff. However, my whole team plays well in the end, which I'm really pretty proud of them for. You know, because like I said, pre-level 30 players, but they played their heart out in the end of this. So we'll see how it all ends out. I'm still down on gold, but you know, Jinx walks too close. Definitely gonna catch a Heimer grenade for it. Another great Janna tornado to actually peel the Heimerdinger. She's starting to understand her champion. And the Alistar just takes the full force of Heimer's ult rocket to the mouth. Darius wants me so bad. He understands like what the threat of Twitch is at this point. So gotta disrespect. Gotta hit him with that snowball. If he had played that a little better, he could have dunked potentially our whole team. So. Questionable Kindred ult coming in. I guess he thinks it's just for a heal. That's okay though. It does heal. It does in fact heal, so some use out of it at that. Summoner heal blows out for the same reason. Another Pantheon ult directly on top of the Heimer turrets just to blow him up. I guess he, you know, not the biggest fan of the dog. I try and follow up as best I can to my teammates just getting deleted in front of me. And I just can't quite kill that Jhin as fast as I hope to. I assume he has Warlord's Blood. I'm pretty sure he has Warlord's Bloodlust, so that the healing off of that is just insane on Jhin. Super good mastery for him. But Alistar, no fear, diving deep. Still lives remarkably. But this is where she like fully learns that she. Oh my god! I didn't actually even realize that is how he died, like that. That was a pretty good Jinx shot. Pantheon goes a little bit too deep, disrespects the Ashe. Which, in reality, you know, like, we may not have a tank line to deal with everything, but we do have some very high damage output, and, you know, are very lucky to have a Janna on the team. It's ridiculous with these champions. And there it is, kill secured. Really bad ult from Jin. Really, I mean, well, not bad. He couldn't see me, so he didn't know I was there. But questionable, to say the least. There's another Kindred ult coming out just to help him tank the turret. But in this fact, it technically worked. So, it's all for worth. Janet double taps R and gets the heal out there. But here comes the Darius, the Wrecking Crew Darius. The poor little fella just can't quite catch that Heimerdinger. With Janna at my side, I feel like pretty confident we can take Jinx. Not that it's worth though, because oh. But wait, the jukes. It's not that this juke really means a whole lot, because I can't get back to any place of relative safety. But we can definitely start healing up and blocking the minion wave. And go for the outplay. Ah, not close enough. Too much insta burst out of that Jin, who is pretty strong, and I would say at this point stronger than I was. Definitely pretty bloodthirsty game. I mean, it's only 17 minutes in. There's been a total of 73 kills, so a lot of blood in the lower elo style games. And poor Ashe, just Darius walks up and takes her every single time. But it's okay, because with that, I have the fixins for the IE. Starting to do a decent bit of damage between everything. The damn Jinx traps zoned me out, so I can't actually quite go in like I'd like to. But the Mega Heimer turret's here. It's actually better than it seems, because people just disrespect me. Not yet, they don't. But the focusing on the Alistar while he has the ult going, you know, you can't fix it all. But here's a big turnaround. And is it the thing? Is it? It is almost the Penta, the scumbag Ashe steal. But no scumbag here. As long as the kill's secured, it doesn't really matter. Even though it could have ruined my Penta. We start pushing in. This is where the game finally starts to turn in our favor a decent bit. I am now significantly stronger than pretty much anybody on the enemy team. I can 1v1 Jin because he has no sustain. And it's things are starting to look up. Even though, God, he hits like a truck. Through the BT shield, still does like 600 damage to me. Big fight breaks out, and we try and kite away. Honestly, pretty solid flash, and a good shield from the Janna to block. They don't understand actually what the Pantheon ult does, I don't think. They just see it as a big red circle. So they kind of scatter in a weird way, but it all works out. Definitely questionable ults coming out from the team there, but it's okay, because we can still kite back into him. But Marksman Jin is on the case. Except he probably shouldn't be, because that was definitely the worst of his set of ults thus far. He killed a couple minions, though. And, oh, just not quite enough to live. But it's okay. We're staying in. The questionable flash, and, you know, all he really had to do was auto-attack Jinx once, but that's okay. He's going ham. pretty solid play. He knew to activate his Q. I guess he might have activated it just by pressing all the buttons, but still, you know, it worked. So now Ashe is a fairly viable threat as well with me, you know. Crits every other auto, basically, so pretty good. Start building into the Lord Dominic's Regard Last Whisper form, because the Darius and Alistar are so tanky. Pantheon, not so much, because God knows what he's doing. I mean, he has some armor, I guess, but really not a significant amount. Pantheon walks too close, dies. Definitely baits his whole team, but the Gen ults missed. But the Hyper turret, the mega turret of disrespect. They heal Darius, incidentally, with that ult. Not the greatest, considering he's gonna just spin around and hit 3 and constantly heal. This is where it starts getting kind of dangerous. Alistar, not the best use of ult, really. But, you know, in case the fight kept going. I was hinting at it earlier. A little bit of the unfortunate thing for this game is that Alistar build, that Lich Bane, really does him no favors. I mean, I guess it's a fine item, or an okay item, really, but still kind of sub-ideal. Coming back out, not really any gold gained from that last one, just got a Giant Slayer, which, better than a longsword, I guess. But I do a ton of damage, even to the semi-tanky Darius and Alistar. I just have to be careful for the Pantheon and Jhin, because they will easily just delete me. However, not to blame anyone, but it might be that Pantheon's fault that the game is even as close as it is, because if he had just stunned me repeatedly, there would have been no hope for them. Alistar with the terrible Headbolt Pulverize combo saves my life. Really, really unfortunate for them. And he dives right into that Heimer. Pretty good. Heimer barely gets away. Shreds that Jinx with those turrets. And, I mean, now it's just overpowered item and ARAM Bloodthirster time. Fucking the worst snowball NA. And then my Heimerdinger dies to the traps! Give it the speed boost, they get away. I did not see that coming. Really unfortunate, but surprise, Pantheon's here with a very questionable ult. Solid Ashe ult for the peel, and then that Pantheon's just down. Flash for the kill secure, and then that's it. Once Twitch gets rolling with a fair few items, really all he necessarily needs is those first 3 I have there. He does insane damage in team fights, and obviously has tremendous sustain with that Kindred ult. Am I right? Saving that super minion and patching it back up. It's a big start though. Now I start to take down the Nexus towers. This seems like it should be game. I start calling for us to get the other tower, but honestly, really good decision on my team to back out here and say not to, because we could have overcommitted and that would have been the game right in reverse. Even to this point though, 24.5 minutes in, 53 to 53, still dead close on kills. 2k gold difference in our favor now, but I play really bad, step on those Jake's traps, but I'm not punished for it. So Alistar ult's a little late, so he's basically out of the fight. The tap of Janna ult. I back out as much as I can to make sure they blow the CC on my team. I know it's super scummy, but it'll all be worth it in the end. because that Bloodthirster healing is ridiculous. And I'm absolutely whoring all of these health packs because it's the only way. An interesting flash coming in from the Jhin. Still, enough for him to get away though, so that's worth it. Sidestep juke that Jhin trap, but God, it still hits like a truck. And then I am so bad, can't dodge that Jinx, so I just die. I missed my Janna, but she did all. Really, it wasn't anything she could have done to save me. I think she even did give me the shield. Interesting Janna tornado. I didn't really ever notice that until now, but. Anyway, while things cool down for a bit after that Ashe flash, let me know what you guys think of this kind of video. Not even necessarily just for post-game commentaries, but even for live solo queue games or anything like that, if you like this kind of gameplay commentary style. Obviously, in an actual, not post-game, I won't be able to commentate as coherently, I hope. Not that this is good to begin with, but we'll see. Yeah, if you guys like videos like this, just tell me. I play this game too much as it is, so I can easily get more content. I stealth up here, really pretty poorly, because I thought they were going to push in a little bit more than they did, but I still have the attack speed buff in. Oh! Maximum rip on the Heimerdinger. I steal the health pack there, not actually to steal it from Janna, but just to make sure the enemy team doesn't get it. I finished my, this poor Pantheon, dude. I finished the Lord Dominic's, so now I just hit like an absolute truck. And I have QSS, so for the most part, if Pantheon does decide to focus me, I should be pretty safe. Really bad use of QSS, though, right after I've been fully CC'd, so not actually the way you're supposed to use that item. And suddenly, the super peel from the Janna coming in, like actually the way you're supposed to use their ult. She stops moving there because I told her it was a good use of ult. She thought I was kidding, but I absolutely am not. It's pretty good that she got that Darius off of me. Alistar overcommits, takes a couple tower shots, has to flash out. And then that's it. They disrespect that Heimerdinger turret one too many times. Pantheon stuns me, but I managed to get the stealth to go off, so that's unfortunate for him. And here we go for the cleanup crew. Except this Darius is pretty tanky, so it's not actually going to result in anything, because I have to very carefully attack move so I don't accidentally cancel an auto and let him get away from me. But there's the eventual ace. Game is still not over yet, though. 62-62 still on the board. Only a 2K gold lead. Brutally close at half an hour for an ARAM, which is, in my experience, pretty long for an ARAM. I start to tank the tower, but my teammates are just getting... Oh, the flash to save the Janna! That actually could be a big deal later on, because she manages to live, get her ult off, and then a huge ult from the Ashe. Catches the Jinx out of position, and then the Jhin just gets a little bit too close. And that will result in pretty much the end of the game. A really big play from my team. Good survival on Janna to come back and like give the shields to everybody. I managed to flash in front of that Jhin bullet, which is a little weird. And then a huge ult on the carry from Ashe. Really turned the game around for us. The game still ended even in kills, but we ended up with a 3K gold lead. So, like I said, let me know what you guys think of this video. If you like it, I will absolutely do more of them. And until the next time, thanks for watching, everybody.